Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the REC podcast, brought to you by the REC Toycast. I'm your host, Roman Chavez, and with me as always,
Eric Icarus.
Eric.
What's up, dude?
You can find us on the gram at REC Podcast. You can follow myself at Roman REC Podcast, and you can follow yourself.
Gulag _J_Wilden.
How are you doing, brother?
I'm excited.
You know what? You can also check us out on REC Comics.
Oh, yeah, you might want
well.
to check that out.
Yeah.
Christmas, holidays around the corner.
Got
Go
some
make
cool G.I. Joe stuff up.
deals.
Got some cool G.I. Joe stuff
Ooh,
up.
yeah.
Got some cool comics, which are going to fit into what we're talking about today. But first, we are going to start out with a little bit of bad news.
Yeah.
We're going to pour one out for good old Tommy Lister, Debo, president of Earth, basically, in oh my god, Fifth Element.
Yes.
It's the president, weird sage. Prisoner in Dark Knight.
Yeah, very true. He was
many
He was
movies.
Zeus in
Tiny
No
Zeus.
Hold Bar
Oh, okay.
with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. And,
Should have brought that one up.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
62 though. I didn't realize he was so old. He's always kind of been the same age in my head.
Me too. Yeah.
And just like a strong 45.
Yeah.
But I guess hey,
Complications to COVID is what I read.
is that what you read?
I don't know if that's substantiated. I did read it on a couple sites, but regardless, we enjoyed his work.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
You know?
super fun. Actually really versatile. Wasn't given a versatile shot. It felt like
Very typecast.
yeah, but you get it. I mean, when you look a certain way, and I definitely don't mean black. I mean gigantic with a crazy eye.
Yeah,
the first time I ever saw him that I took notice of him was in Friday, and
Right.
Debo was like it took me years to get past the Debo persona.
Right.
And then when you see him in other things, and he's seems kind of cool. You see him in interviews, seems super nice and everything.
Yeah, totally.
It's just he played that Debo. He plays that crazy mean dude
Oh, yeah.
so well.
The shocking role was the Dark Knight one.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa.
I was like, why Tiny Zeus in here?
Yeah, and he's dramatic.
Yeah.
It's really good. But anyway, it's very sad. And yeah, you know what? This
Pour one
year
out.
just can't take it. Stop taking my stuff.
Yeah. Pour one out for Tiny Zeus, and
Yeah.
we appreciated it. And we had to start off with that because we're gonna give that a little. All right. Oh my God, Eric! What is a Disney Investor Day?
I don't know.
What is a Disney Investor Day? Sounds like something that would happen with a boardroom.
Mhm.
It sounds like something that would happen, and they would just talk about the numbers and
Yeah.
even though it's COVID, how much money we made. But no, it was this kick straight to the DC fandom, as far as I'm concerned. Dude, the announcements galore.
Yes.
Announcements
Oh, my
galore.
goodness.
Stuff that I don't even think you know about.
Probably
It was
not.
So
I mean,
much
it was
news just
flying at
you
me.
were working
I
all
was trying to
day.
dodge it.
I was texting you while you were at work.
Yeah.
You were just kind of sporadically texting me about what? Question marks? WTF? Question marks? And I didn't even get him all the news because I wanted to talk to him about it here.
Yeah.
And I just want to say we're gonna touch on everything that kind of pertains to
Yes.
our wheelhouse.
Mhm.
There was way more stuff, and I still have several pages of notes that we need to discuss.
Wow.
But we have a ton of stuff.
So strap in.
Strap in, strap on,
Strap it
off.
on,
I don't
strap
know.
it in.
I don't know what you're supposed to do. Put it where it goes. All
Yeah,
right.
because we're in for a long haul, kids, and you know what? Enjoy the ride with us.
Yes.
It's going to get greasy.
Are you familiar with the series of stories from the stars that include a war, several wars? They have a little bit of a following in film, but really have found their stride on Disney Plus.
Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Oh my gosh, you got it right there. Howdy, saddies. Dude, the amount of Star Wars
Yes.
stuff that came out was insane, bananas, and it all seems to be for Disney Plus.
Yes.
Okay, I think that this we kind of had. If we're thinking about this in Star Wars versions of the Bible, Genesis is those first three films.
Very true.
Exodus is definitely the second trilogy.
Sure.
And I couldn't even tell you what this new trilogy has been.
It's the New Testament, baby.
It's something. But it seems like with the success of The Mandalorian, that they are going to really reach out and do far more
and
on
lean
Disney
into
Plus.
this TV division.
In
That's
no
great.
particular order of the announcements that were made yesterday, there's going to be a show, Rangers of the New Republic.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Ahsoka, a Star Wars story. It's going to be at least a mini series, but definitely a series starring Rosario Dawson.
Oh, okay.
She has. I don't know if you're caught up on Mandalorian. She has made her live action debut.
Yes.
Spoilers, as Ahsoka Tano.
Yes.
Which is amazing for the expanded universe fandom. It puts her in the. It puts her in the live action universe, and it's been so good. And I forgot to give you this note, and I think you'll love it. So we knew that she was cast as Ahsoka Tano, which was huge.
Yes, it was.
And then the guy, and I'm sorry I don't remember his name, the guy who created the character for Clone Wars in like 2007 or whatever, they let him direct her live action debut.
Oh, wow.
In the episode. So the guy who created the character, Favreau, was like, we would like you to direct her episode.
I'm going to hand you the reins.
Awesome? And that's... Dude, they've been getting so many good directors, man. And it's been so nice to see, like, it's like it's just like a sandbox. Like, they're all, it seemed like George Lucas has kind of kept a lot of this stuff to the vest. Kathleen Kennedy, while it seems like she's loosened her grip a bit now, it seems like she's just kind of like, hey guys, make me look good. Right. And Jon Favreau's like, cool, I got you. Remember the MCU? Yo. Yeah. So we've got Ahsoka. We have Andor.
Okay.
Which is going to be a Rogue One spinoff starring Diego Luna.
Okay.
So it's going to be kind of like a spy thriller, is what it seems like.
Yeah.
Crazy casting news. And it's weird how time changes things.
Sure.
Hayden Christensen is set to return as Darth Vader in the Obi-Wan story.
Cool.
I can see at least a season for sure, but maybe a couple seasons of this Obi-Wan story. It's going to take place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
So I mean, are they going to have some early, are they going to have some early clashes before A New Hope? A lot of this Disney Plus stuff seems like it could retcon some things.
I'm thinking that's what they're going to be doing.
Yeah. And but yeah, we're going to get and the internet seems to be pretty excited. When it comes to Vader news,
I think as long as you're getting Vader and maybe we just see him inside, we don't even really see him, just his voice.
Yeah, it's still James Earl Jones. Like, why is
is it still James Earl Jones?
I can't imagine it's not.
Is he still alive?
Yeah. Yeah, he recorded all that Lion King stuff. Like, whenever they sign James Earl Jones to do stuff, they just
doing it now.
Yeah, they like take care of it like that week. They just do all of his voice stuff because I think he's in Coming to America 2, which comes out this month, streaming.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, he's still working. Still putting them.
They're going to do a Coming to America too? But why?
Because everybody wants it. And it left a lot of story, and people are going to watch it, man.
Yeah, that's true.
People are going to watch it.
I can't wait to see them come back to this America.
Yeah.
You don't want to come back here.
Don't catch you slipping, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There's going to be a couple new animated Star Wars stories.
Oh, nice.
They're going to do the Bad Batch, which sounds like it's going to be either about villains or bounty hunters again.
I thought that was about Harvey Weinstein's...
That's not in this universe. But that's going to be animated. They're going to be doing a droid story. Which is going to be a bunch of animated shorts. Okay. So I think it's just going to be on... just and they do it now. They put some small like animated shorts up there for different things that exist anyway.
Okay.
And they do it with all the Pixar movies. They put those little opening kind of cold opens.
I can dig
so
it.
I think that this will be something like that where maybe it's just following some just some cleaning droids or something like that. It's gonna be WALL-E and Star Wars. This one's interesting. It's called The Acolyte.
Okay.
And it sounds like it's gonna be a show based on Coruscant during the height of the Republic. So Yoda would definitely be around. So maybe it is going to be like our buddy cop that we were kind of talking about, our buddy cop Jedi story. I have no idea. This had been announced prior to, but just a little bit more clarification that Taika Waititi is going to be getting his own Star Wars movie, which we have talked about. And then Patty Jenkins is going to be doing a film, of Wonder Woman director fame. Mm-hmm. She is going to be doing Rogue Squadron, which is supposed to, Rogue Squadron is always the kind of like the best of the best X-Wing fighters.
Top Gun.
Yes, it's exactly
Star
what it is.
Wars. Okay.
Yeah. So Luke has been the head of Rogue Squadron.
Yes.
Poe Dameron, I believe, is head of Rogue Squadron. Mm-hmm. It's just like the best of the best when it comes to X-Wing fighters.
Sweet.
So as far as our Star Wars news, that is our Star Wars news.
I am elated.
Yes.
And it's crazy that all of this is coming off the wings of a little show, Mandalorian, that a lot of people had hoped for.
Yes.
But, didn't think was going to have this kind of an impact, because now we're getting we're getting Star Wars shows in all different mediums, like animated to live action,
sure,
spanning different time periods through this universe.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be interesting how it's crazy how this can all tie in and it doesn't tie in because they're so far apart in years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is going to be great, and how they're getting so many cool directors and brilliant visionaries to helm these projects.
The one thing I can tell you is that I like how the Star Wars stuff is being handled for Disney Plus. I think it's really smart because we're still not getting any of the Knights of the Old Republic stuff, which is what everybody wants. Everybody wants Knights, and I think that's coming that rainy day.
I would say that maybe
if
some
this
of this
stuff
is leading
flops,
to it. Oh, this flops, we don't get it.
Because I know you're not as versed in the expanded universe, but Knights of the Old Republic is like hundreds of years before.
Oh, it is. That's right. That's right.
Hundreds of years before A New Hope and all of that. So it might even be thousands, but I don't think it's that far. But it's a long time before A New Hope.
There's a lot of content.
It's an amazing amount of content, and it's really doing what old Star Wars had been avoiding was
the expanded stuff,
expanded universe stuff.
Why do you think that is? Do you think George Lucas just has a problem with that kind of stuff?
I do.
It's not necessarily his creation.
He didn't create it. It's just like there was Kevin Smith once told a story about how remember in Dogma when when Rufus shows up.
Yes.
And he's like, I'm the 13th apostle, and they're like, yo, there's only 12 apostles. He's like, so you know Jesus Christ, and he's like, know him. Brother owes me, I censored it, brother owes me $20.
Yeah.
And I guess Rock ad-libbed that line. And Kevin thought it was so funny, but he told not to put it in there. And he's like, what? He's like, dude, because then you get a writing credit. He's like, I wrote this movie. And Rock's like, it's cool. I don't need a writing credit. Like, you can have that joke. And I think that's the same thing like George Lucas. Like, oh, I didn't come up with Ahsoka Tano. I didn't come up with Rogue One.
So he's just going to be basically getting the characters based in the universe of George Lucas credit.
More or less.
Yeah.
That was kind of his, and I don't know that's how he personally feels, but I do know that when all of the expanded universe stuff was so all of this awesome stuff did get done with his approval.
Right, approved, yeah.
And I think that there's some weird quote out there too, like saying George Lucas saying, somebody asking him about Ahsoka Tano, and I'm paraphrasing, asking him about Ahsoka Tano like years ago, and he's like, that character will never be in the Star Wars universe. Like that is the reason I okayed it is because that is not something that we can do live action.
How the times have changed. How the tables have turned.
Yes.
I do enjoy the spectacle of Star Wars on the big screen, but I feel like it's playing better on our TVs.
It's a serial, but that's the thing. It's always been a serial.
You're right.
And it's
absolutely right.
It's just we've taken it as one type of thing. But what we need is a weekly show.
Yes.
8 to 16 weeks out of the year.
Right. Oh, this will get us our quota for the year.
Oh, completely.
And then some.
At least we are getting some nerd stuff. Yeah. And a lot of this, I don't even have the release years. This is 2021, 2022,
sure.
2023.
Yeah, this is going to be covering.
There's a lot going on.
Few years here, and I hate to say this, but there was a point, and I think there was a lot of people out there that feel this, that I lost hope in Star Wars.
Oh, completely.
Just as a franchise.
This is a new hope.
That's
right
what I'm saying. I was leading up to that.
Yeah.
This is a new hope.
Sorry to step on your toes.
No. That's perfect because it's great, man. It is, man, because I'm re-energized for some Star Wars. I have not felt this excited about Star Wars before I walked into Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace was definitely like our Star Wars because we got to see it in the theater. We got to be, we were a year away from standing in the lines by ourselves.
Right.
It was such a thing. This is awesome to be able to enjoy. I mean, I just went to a kid's birthday party where there was lightsabers galore.
Right.
I mean, Star Wars is it's still relevant.
Right.
And this type of stuff is not only because you have to do the animated stuff.
Yes.
Because if you do it well, the adults will get into.
Oh yeah.
But it can then bleed. Now that we know now for sure that animated characters can be live action.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
This whole day, like I didn't watch any of it because it's hard, man. When we go to San Diego, I don't sit in the panels anymore.
Nope, you didn't do it.
I did it for years. It's not that I find this stuff boring. I almost have like an anxiety with it now.
Sure.
Of just like, I gotta, I'm just, I can't do it anymore.
Sort of like
I want to read about it.
Right, and then it's also, that's your day.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in San Diego, if you want to get into a panel and you don't carry a camera and don't look like this, you have to wait in line.
Oh, yeah. And
if you look like this, carry a camera, you can stand on the side of the stage.
And I only left out a little bit, but there's some Star Wars stuff that didn't happen. Again, guys, we're not news. We're just touching on it.
Oh, this is just how it makes us feel and how excited we are.
And then, you know what? And I do know that some of you don't follow the comic book news stuff, and it's just as interesting. Oh, hey, this movie's coming out.
Right,
Awesome.
right.
Did you guys know Black Widow's coming out? That type of stuff. But this can put you on the right path.
Yes.
There's a mismatch of things in here too, and a couple things I want to sit on. But first, I know straps and all that stuff. Sit in on. I don't know. Hocus Pocus 2. About time. Jesus, this movie's 25 years old.
Is
easily.
that the subtitle?
No.
Focus 2. God, it's been a long time.
Yeah, God, it's been a long time. Sorry, guys. That is I believe going to be theatrical.
That's the Bette Midler.
Yeah, Bette
Sarah
Midler,
Jessica Parker, and the other chick.
Yeah, the human foot, Sarah Jessica Parker. And who knows, man? Because they lost, so I don't know if we're going to get new. I didn't see anything that said if Bette Midler's coming back, which I hope that they do.
I know,
Hope they
I
all
love
come
Bette
back.
Midler, man.
Yeah, it'll be super fun. One for Eric. We were just talking about this the other day, and I didn't know anything about it.
Here we go.
3 Men and a Baby. Yeah, we were just talking about this movie the other day. A reboot with Zac Efron.
Who are the other two?
I don't know.
Or is he playing the baby?
He's playing the baby. That's the twist. All right.
And the Jonas Brothers are the 3 men.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious. And they were just like, "Why is this baby so much hotter than the rest of us?" Something that I think is exciting, and I hope my kids like it because I want to watch it with them. Is they're gonna do a Chip and Dale kind of live action hybrid, a la
Rescue Rangers.
No. What's that? Alvin and Chipmunks. They did it a few years ago. So we're gonna have a digital, chipmunks, and then most likely live action humans interacting with them. But Mulaney and Sandberg as Chip and Dale.
I think that's perfect casting.
Yeah, I do too.
Great.
I'm very excited. And you brought up Rescue Rangers. Chip and Dale was characters forever, but Rescue Rangers for our generation is really
put them on the map.
Yeah, it made them way more interesting. Like I'll see Chip and Dale in some of my kids' shows, and I'm like,
that was them.
Yeah,
it's weird because I feel like we got all these weird secondary characters who got movies, and they ended up becoming our favorites.
Or they got shows. Well, that's what I mean. We got way more exposure to them.
Baloo.
Yeah,
and Tailspin is arguably one of the
crazy
best shows. And then we're all gonna get this out of the way. Darkwing Duck is the best.
Is awesome.
But he was an original. I don't think there was a Darkwing Duck back in Walt's day.
No, and man, I think you just scratched out some information that we should have talked about on an earlier show. I'm gonna vet this, but I'm just gonna say it because it's in my head. I believe Seth Rogen and who's his writing partner?
Evan Goldsmith.
Evan Goldberg?
Evan Goldberg. Yeah, that's it.
I believe they're doing Darkwing Duck. This wasn't an announcement here. I believe I saw that. I think I saw that someplace. I'll vet that. But hey, cool.
Hey, good on them.
They're going to be doing a bunch of animated shows. I don't know if they're just going to be series or if there's going to be one season stuff, but off of some pretty popular IP. The first one and the one that I'm most interested in because I really feel like we could use another. Do you remember the character Baymax?
Yeah, no.
Baymax was from Big Hero 6.
Okay.
He was the big white inflatable thing. Did you never see Big Hero 6?
I'm trying to remember, dude.
It was the one with the quasi-American Asian superheroes.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So they're going to do a mini series or at least a series, animated series on Baymax.
Okay.
They which is great.
Yeah, that's cool.
A Zootopia mini series.
Yeah.
It was okay.
I was Luke on the
movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. A Tiana series. She's from The Princess and the Frog.
That's right. I was like, yeah.
And then a Moana series.
Those two I'm excited for because I really did like Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog
very
was
underrated.
Great. Completely underrated.
Because I'm into that voodoo.
Yeah,
that you do
so well.
But yeah, Moana is just probably arguably one of the more popular ones to come out in the last 10 years.
But I hope this doesn't mean we're not gonna that we're
not getting a movie.
I want a Moana 2.
Yeah, which we'll get. I think Disney is taking a book from Marvel and it's like, hey, why don't we put shows on that build to the movie? Let's bridge it.
Some of those they were saying that some of those Star Wars live actions are going to be Marvelized,
yes,
and either bridge to a film or bridge to a different series or crossover or whatever.
People can slam Marvel all you want. I mean, but they set the template for modern day cinema and modern day TV platform.
Yeah.
So, you haters, bite it.
Probably one of the more interesting points. Yes. And something that I'm very looking forward to for all the right and wrong reasons, because it's not getting enough play right now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna mess it up. There's going to be a movie or a series on Disney Plus. I'm trying to. You'll see why. I believe it's pronounced Iwaju. IWAJU.
Mm-hmm.
And what's significant about it is that Disney is partnering with an African animating studio or production company.
Cool.
And this is where it gets a little weird. It's supposed to kind of depict like a futuristic, like Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay.
And I mean, it's like, don't we already have that with Wakanda to an extent?
Yes.
Uh,
I was gonna go there, but that's a little hardcore. It can be a little intense,
Yeah, and what they're going to do is it's obviously going to be what's the word? It is going to be kind of. It feels like it's going to be a Wakanda-esque type show, but it's going to be based on African American characters, or not African American, African characters.
Sure.
And I think Disney is trying to find their best way to put their diversity foot forward and really not pander, but give you something interesting.
I think that's great. I think Disney's been pretty good about the non-pandering.
Yeah.
I think in the last 15 years, they've got some of the best movies when it comes to diversity.
Oh yeah.
All their characters are non-white.
I mean, there's a ton that aren't, and I mean, obviously it was the mix back in the day, but they really are trying to appeal to more people, because at the bottom line, let's not pretend that Disney, the evil corporation, is any good. However, they may be trying to do a little good, but if you can make a little money while you do
that's
some
why
good,
that's why you do the good.
Exactly.
If you can make the money from the good, why not? I think that's great.
Yeah.
I mean,
this isn't some altruistic, hey guys,
but I'm down with the message of
for the right reason, for the wrong reasons, the right thing. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like
we're
this
not
is going to be
Disney
good.
people.
We're not fighting Disney. They got our money.
Yeah. You're taking all my money.
You got my money. I'm not worried about it. I think it's cool that they're doing something, but it's just it doesn't seem like a lot of people are reporting on it. Like I kind of stumbled.
I think it's because it's kind of
it's
not
weird.
a lot of people don't know about it.
It's just
what it is.
And weird's the wrong word. It's uncommon. So Iwaju, I think is how you say it, or it could be Iwaju. I don't know.
Sure. Isn't he the Watcher?
Yes. Yeah, this is going to spin into something else later, all right? All right. One of the stranger movie announcements.
Is that another tie-in?
No. One of the stranger movie announcements is that they're going to be doing a Buzz Lightyear solo film. And I love trying to explain this to my wife. It's Chris Evans is going to play Buzz Lightyear. It's going to be animated. But he is going to be voicing the original, like the Buzz Lightyear that the toy is based off of.
Oh.
So it's going to be about like the Buzz Lightyear, not the action figure.
Oh, so like there was a show, Buzz Lightyear, and there was an action figure about said Buzz.
Okay, so what I think it's going to be, like I think we're supposed to pretend like there was a Buzz Lightyear. Like it's not based off of a cartoon. That Buzz Lightyear was in fact
an astronaut,
whatever.
So this is like sort of them making a Buzz Aldrin toy in our universe.
Maybe. Yeah.
So, okay.
This is Earth 2 Buzz Aldrin. Okay? So it sounds weird.
Sure.
It's weird since there was a Buzz Lightyear in the Space Rangers cartoon that accompanied.
That's what it was based on.
It didn't accompany the well, it wasn't based on it was like it was a cartoon that there was like an Emperor's Zurg and all of that stuff. Yeah. Like it was a cartoon. It was kind of like what Hasbro did in the 90s or in the 80s, where like all their cartoons were like just like advertisements for toys.
Oh, yep.
So the toy exists, and then they make the cartoon. Yeah, it's weird, but it's like actual like Space Ranger stuff in space. It's not like Tim Allen. They're not toys. They are actually Space Rangers.
People, yeah.
Well, in this one, it was like a cartoon, but anyway, this one sounds like it's going to be not a live action, but it's going to be about. See, it's confusing.
It's like Inception.
It is. Yeah, it birthed itself. We need a sip. I'm
taking a sip here.
I need a sip, guys.
For a little palate cleanser.
Oh,
if you have your 3 casting people for 3 Men and a Baby, if you could do it. Your 3 dudes. I'll go first.
Go for it.
The Rock. What do you think?
Gotcha.
Gotta have The Rock. And I'm thinking, who would play off The Rock pretty good? Kevin Hart. They're just good. Mm-hmm. They work really well together. And
I thought you wanted Kevin Hart as the baby. Sorry.
I think The Rock would have laughed at that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we got Kevin Hart, The Rock, and we got to have our wild card person. Like, who kind of would play off of those two very, very well? Oh, man, I'm kind of drawing a blank. You know what? If he would do it, I think it would work pretty good. Help me out here, man.
I've got my 3.
Go your 3.
Okay.
I'll think of my 3rd.
I'm gonna go the white versions of The Rock and Kevin Hart.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. And then I think you do have the younger guy and I'm gonna keep Zac Efron. So you have like Will Ferrell, who is, if we're thinking about the original kind of
Right.
idea of the story, this baby gets left on the steps,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
And it like could be any of them because this one chick slept with all three of these
Right,
guys.
right.
So it would be really funny if you had, you have Will Ferrell, who's seemingly much older, even though he's not that much older than Mark Wahlberg.
True.
Then you kind of have the middle dude in Mark Wahlberg,
Yeah.
who's that bridge, and then you have like the fling in Zac Efron.
Hey, I like it.
I wonder if they'll change the whole premise and not make it
It's
like some
a
promiscuous
cougar
chick,
Yeah, right.
or just so you know, not make she died,
Oh.
but she also slept with all three of you in the same month.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Who plays Gamora?
Zoe Saldana
Yeah, I'm gonna go her
as the third,
because
man?
I'm being progressive here.
Uh-huh.
Not maybe it's just three.
But there's
people
no
and a
way
baby.
she could be.
Maybe she got turkey basted.
Oh my God, Eric!
I'm being progressive.
You're not. You're not. You're not. You're being culinary. Oh my God! All right. The
Anyway.
reason I need to take such a sip
Yes,
is because,
here
guys,
we go. Here we go,
if,
kids.
if you were like, oh my gosh, what else? What else could we be talking about?
Yes.
You guys remember Disney, Marvel, right?
No.
Yeah, they weren't going to do anything. They weren't going to make any announcements.
Ah.
I'm going to tickle you. I'm going to softball this in there. Black Widow was initially supposed to come out in April,
Yes.
and the rumor is that it's going to be simultaneous. I hope it doesn't.
Hope it doesn't either.
And I'm thinking it might not be because Black Widow has moved again to May 7th. It kind of went back to its original
From
weekend.
a year, yep.
Yes, from 2020
Yep.
to 2021.
Yeah.
It has kind of gone back to its slate.
Good.
Dope. I'm into that.
I'm good with it.
I'm into that. Disney Plus, She-Hulk TV series. Tatiana Maslany is Jennifer Walters, is not Jennifer Walters. She is.
Yeah.
She is. I think it was what you were talking about,
Yeah.
how like it was just maybe a money play,
Yeah.
maybe a publicity play. Who knows?
Who knows?
It was announced that Mark Ruffalo will make several appearances, so we are going to get
There we
that.
go.
That's what I want.
That's what we needed.
Oh, Eric, and you don't even know this, and I don't even know how to tell you, bruh. Tim Roth is coming back as the Abomination.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, is it
Dude.
Blonsky?
Best Blonsky. Yep. So this is going to be interesting.
Yes.
This is going to be very interesting.
Yes.
Is it going to be a mix? Then are we going to get a straight blood transfusion? Are we going to get, she gets a little bit of what he had? I don't
Right.
know. It's going to be very, very
I
interesting.
don't know where this story is going.
I have
I
no
got to
idea.
look up somebody real
Go
quick.
for it.
Because
Yeah.
I think it's going to tie to the She-Hulk show. If they can, I'm just excited that they're bringing back Tim Roth.
Yeah.
Because we all wondered what happened to him.
Yeah, because there was really no crossover except for, I mean, I guess Tony Stark and Nick Fury are two big crossovers, right?
Right.
Or I guess, no, it was just Tony Stark that showed up at the end. Yeah, it was just Tony Stark. We did have your boy John Hurt. John Hurt? Or
Yeah,
Will Hurt?
William Hurt.
William Hurt. So we have had other links to the
First
Incredible Hulk film.
But if they could, they bring back Tim Roth, they bring back the leader, played by Tim Blake Nelson.
Ooh, Tim Blake Nelson.
Because for those who don't know, remember he falls down in the lab and some of the blood drips into
Yeah.
his open head wound, and he started to see it pulsate.
Yeah, they were really setting up
They
some
were
things in
setting
there.
some things up,
Yeah.
and it's a bummer that we didn't see it get a payoff, but maybe now.
I think
maybe
I think
now
we
we
might.
see a payoff.
Especially if you're going to bring back Tim Roth, which is great. We
Which is
love
great.
Tim
Yeah,
Roth.
we loved him. Yeah.
That is huge. Very excited about that.
Yes.
And
So-
again, gets more of that Incredible Hulk universe, which
which we've been clamoring for.
really like that movie.
Yeah, and
So,
again, it's going to take a courtroom. It's kind of a courtroom drama too, right? Because Jennifer Walters is a
I mean,
lawyer.
she is a lawyer, but I mean, Tatiana. I don't know. Tatiana. She might not be
Old enough?
as old as I think she is. Or she might not be as young as I think she is. I
Sure.
feel like she's younger, but I mean, she's been an Orphan Black for a long time. They did that show, so she's got to be in her 30s. So
Yeah.
she can do this.
So I'm saying that maybe we get a little Matt Murdock crossover.
Interesting. Because in other news, because I think that we speculated, but then it got confirmed, or no, Charlie Cox is still in the talks, but he is going to.
talks.
It sounds like Daredevil is definitely going to be making his way, and Punisher.
Yes, John Bernthal.
So those two things have not been fully confirmed,
Nope.
but it's sounding like
The rumors are sounding pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Marvel, man. They, I think they hear what the fans want,
Mm-hmm.
and they want. I think they genuinely like, okay, Let's listen to him.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can make it happen.
I put this in sporting terms for Eric earlier, and follow along with me if you guys don't pay attention to MMA or boxing. But in boxing, we rarely get the fights that we want to see as fans. We get them sometimes, but it's like pulling teeth. You know, it feels like every 1.5 pounds there's a champion, and it's just really hard to get all of these guys to fight. But they have, you know, boxers. There's tons of famous boxers. The UFC, on the other hand, 9 times out of 10 gives you the fights that you want. Marvel is the UFC. They give you what you want. They know how to make money. They're going to figure it out. And if it makes sense for them, they're going to have it make sense for us. DC is boxing. They have the names. They just don't put on the fights that we want to see. Okay? Go ahead and clip that for me, Eric.
I'm clipping that for you, bro.
So one of the big announcements for the Marvel side that confused me and also made me excited but makes me wonder if this is a red herring. Secret Invasion series.
Yeah.
Gonna have Sam Jackson. Gonna have Ben Mendelsohn back as Talos. For sure. You know, Secret Invasion in the comics is a very, very... And I feel... See, okay, I think it's a red herring because Secret Invasion in the comics is a very... you know, the tagline was, who do you trust? Yeah. And we have the Skrulls impersonating high-ranking members of media, of the military,
Shield.
of heroes
Yeah.
to infiltrate... and then, you know, disassemble the, you know, and take over Earth, because there's a kind of like two fractions of a radical faction and a more, you know, moderately political faction of the Skrulls, conquerors, and then like religious zealots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The religious zealot side in the comics, in their scriptures, says like this blue planet, the third planet from the largest star in this solar system, is theirs by, we'll just say, biblical right for them. So they infiltrate us. They try to take everybody out. It's a great story. Makes sense to do a big movie. But they're going to do Secret Invasion as a series, but I'm wondering if we're going to start seeing Skrulls. I think it's a red herring. I think it's going to set up Secret Invasion, and then we're going to see everybody go into the other films.
Exactly.
Yeah. But we're going to get Ben Mendelsohn back, which is dope. We like that dude.
Love that guy.
And Sam Jackson. You know?
Yeah, who can't use little Sam?
And Sam Jackson. Jackson.
What does the L stand for?
Ladies love Cool James. I don't know. I would assume it's Lawrence or something like that. It would make sense. Like, okay. Just given Samuel, you know, I don't know. It sounds right, but I'm not sure. In more Disney Plus news,
I had to turn the giant size.
I had to turn the page. I'm losing my voice. I can feel it coming. In more Disney Plus news,
I'll be your host, Eric Icarus.
I know. Yeah. Tag. Ironheart Disney Plus series. Riri Williams. We've been talking about this girl for quite some time.
For a minute.
Those comic books are getting hot right now. Your boy's got a million.
He called it.
Dominique Thorne, who I'm not familiar with, will be taking on kind of this inventor role of Riri Williams. There's a lot of stuff in here. She basically, in the comics, she puts together an Iron Man costume with scraps. All right? In a cave.
I'm not Riri Williams.
Exactly. And that sounds like it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be very excited for these characters to make movie appearances and stuff like that. I hope these guys are getting paid well enough, and it's Disney, so they gotta be. But I hope that they're making their nut, because they've announced so much stuff. I have to take okay. It's insane, because this is gonna also feed into and go adjacent with the Armor Wars. Which is going to be
my
serious.
goodness.
You didn't know that.
I didn't.
Guess who's gonna head that up?
Who?
Don Cheadle. War Machine. Guess what the premise is going to be about, Big Eric?
Oh my God.
Tony Stark tech getting into the wrong hands.
That's what we want.
Yes, because they kind of set that up in some other things. We saw it in I almost said Power Man, in the Luke Cage show.
Yes,
we saw that some rogue Hammer tech, Stark stuff, was getting where it didn't need to go.
And so Vulture and Spider-Man.
So exactly. Yeah. So what we're going to get, which is great. We were wondering how they were going to use War Machine, because you have Don Cheadle, who I think genuinely loves being a part of the MCU.
He loves it,
but really deserves his own.
He needs his due.
It's just, who's War Machine's bag? Excuse me.
All of Tony's.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah, Tony, he's basically Tony's dude.
Yeah.
So he's like, your enemies are my enemies.
Exactly. So War Machine is the ultimate hype man. Okay.
He is the Flavor Flav of the of Tony for Tony. Tony's got to be Chuck D.
Yeah, there you go. So your buddy dies, and you want to honor his memory because some rats have left the ship and they've taken your Stark tech. You could also have them going after the people in Spider-Man 2 who did the Mysterio job.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you know the Mysterio job?
I remember Mysterio job.
So,
got one last night.
Yeah, I guess it is an Italian job because they were in Italy. Oh my. Crossover. I think that lends itself great. You're going to have these two armor-related shows.
Yes.
They didn't say, but it makes sense that they would feed into one another.
Into each other.
And plus, Riri Williams is black. Don Cheadle is black. It would make sense to we're trying to get more diverse stuff in it and have it make sense. That's the biggest problem, I think, when you have people who do want to see diversity, but I don't want to see just the brush of diversity for no reason. I don't want them doing it because they're like, oh, we have to do it. I want them to do it and it makes sense.
Yes.
And because the people that you're trying to for lack of a better word, cater to is the people you're trying to cater to, you don't want them to feel slighted.
Yeah.
And this is the way to do it. We have an existing Armor Wars story. Yes, which is somewhat on the.
I smell a Nerdvis breakdown.
Nerdvis breakdown
because I don't know that story.
If you haven't seen our episode of Nerdvis breakdown on Fatal Attractions, check it out.
But anyway, that's cool.
We break down comic book stories from our youth and comic book stories today, the ones that we read, ones that we fell in love with,
and how we feel.
About it. So Ironheart, Armor Wars, huge. I'm very excited.
I just want my Iron Lad.
Your Iron Lad, oh my god! Well, I mean, with
Young
Avengers, it's coming.
Yeah,
spoilers. With Young Avengers, we're gonna get there. We are going to do a series of I Am Groot shorts. Again, totally makes sense. You can have just goofy stuff with Groot.
Shorts. Shorts. It took a second to process.
Not a film.
I am okay with that.
But in true Guardians of the Galaxy fashion, we are going to be getting a holiday special as well. I directed and written by James Gunn.
I'm done with it because it's going to be playing off of the Star Wars Christmas special.
It's going to be playing off the Star Wars Christmas special,
taking jabs at it and being funny and awesome at the same time.
And you can film it simultaneously with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Absolutely,
you can film it just on the ship because it says Star-Lord. Getting back in contact with my Christmas or with my Terran roots.
Yeah,
this is Christmas.
Yeah,
and he's teaching them about.
I can already see them decorating Groot.
Exactly, it lends itself. It's going to be fun. I assume it's only going to be like 30 minutes.
What's going to be funny is if they go to Terran Earth and they see him chopping down trees and Groot's like, oh, "You're decorating the corpses."
It's funny the Groot people, like, they all say I am Groot,
right?
And they kind of more or less terrorize like the animals like on their planet. Like, they all say I am Groot, blah 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 blah. And this one, our Groot, he sees his people like terrorizing these baby raccoons, like stomping them out of the trees and stuff like that, and he protects them. They kind of push him out, and then later on, him and Rocket become so close.
That's
it's
just interesting.
Yeah, it was just a small short story. So stuff like that, I bet you we see. Like, that would be a great.
That's cool.
I Am Groot short, showing him being a sapling.
Yeah. And then hooking up a rocket.
Well, at least just like seeing him be kind to animals.
Sure.
Definitely raccoons, and then we can see their origin, which would be great.
Because I think a lot of people wanted that. Like, how did this duo happen?
Yes.
Cool.
I think it's gonna be really fun, and that group more than anything really lends itself. And hell, I'd like to group. Oh. And I would love to see it spin off into where we get like an Avengers Christmas. Like, that would be cool
cute.
Too. Like, just like a animated,
like 10, 15 minute thing.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be crazy. You can film it real quick, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
Blade is no longer going to be a show.
Thank goodness.
Mahershala Ali, you're going to get a 2-time Oscar winner. That guy ain't doing any more TV.
No, you give him his movies.
And Blade can be... Now, I do think Blade could be an excellent show.
I think it would be a great show, but you don't get, like you said, you don't get him.
Yeah.
And you don't do shows. I'm sorry.
Maybe if he's not a 2-time... Yeah, maybe he's not a 2-time Oscar winner, you can do it. Maybe. But definitely you want to get on there.
You would capitalize on that, and I think... this is going to be great, man. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited for Blade.
Yeah.
I'm sure you are as well.
I can't even, just because I want to know where it's going to go.
Yeah, do they even have a director yet? Nothing.
I'm sure they had some more details about that, but I did not.
Yeah, we'll look into it. But I am so stoked on Blade, and I think they got a perfect casting. I'd be cool if we even got a Wesley Snipes cameo in there somewhere somehow.
Wesley Snipes being Whistler. Oh man. And maybe not Whistler, but like a Whistler-esque character. Yeah. Like, hey, cool. Yeah. Or maybe he's the Whistler for another group of vampire hunters that he works with.
Yeah.
He could probably use the money.
Yeah, you could.
But it sounds like Wesley is isn't that kind of have fun. But then he was in What We Do in the Shadows TV show.
He wasn't that.
It was just on computer, but it was still fun.
He can take a joke sometimes. Woo!
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Okay? We knew they were doing a 3. We knew that Jonathan Majors is going to play Kang the Conqueror.
Yes.
Which could then lead into our Iron Lad. But in a weird, and I'm not super excited about it, to be honest with you, they recast Cassie Lang. With this woman, Catherine Newton. I'm familiar with Catherine Newton from Supernatural. She was most recently in that Freaky movie that just came out. It was kind of like a Freaky Friday with Vince Vaughn, and then she's the blonde girl. I heard it was
pretty good.
I heard it was fun. I actually heard it was fun. But they recast the girl who did play Cassie Lang, which really bums me out.
She was great.
Dude, I cry every time they see each other in Endgame. Yeah. Every time. I have a daughter. I don't care what you think. I cry every time they see it. And I'm like, this Catherine Newton chick's fine. Like, she's a fine actress. Right. But I was very curious to see where this is going to go.
Maybe it's because, like, she's going to be older.
She did just graduate high school. Right. I kind of looked into this part because I didn't get a full answer. They didn't say why. But I feel like these girls are around the same age. But maybe the original actress, she just graduated high school. Maybe she's going to college.
Yeah, maybe she
didn't want to be an actress full time.
Yeah, could be.
You know?
Yeah.
But it just stinks because we were getting there. You know, Young Avengers is coming, guys. Your Young Avengers
ready.
#1s.
Get ready.
Are already in the minimum of $30. They're going to go up. If you find it anything under 30. Pick it up. The first 6 issues of Young Avengers are definitely worth picking up because we've been seeing the Kate Bishop stuff. We've been seeing those things from Hawkeye, it's so funny. I was very excited for Hawkeye. I completely forgot that Hawkeye was a thing.
Is a thing. Yeah.
Was a thing. And I didn't write it down, which is weird.
Well, I mean, it's coming. We know, and it's probably going to have her Jimmy Renner in it.
Yes, Jimmy Renner
passing the bow and arrow.
Yes.
Off to Kate Bishop, and we're all excited for it. But I think that's it's not old news per se, but it's old news. In the realm of what we've got going on today,
yes,
kind of old news.
Yes. And then, oh god, Christian Bale had been rumored to be a part of the MCU, most notably Thor. There was a lot of question on what he might be. Is he going to be a cameo? Turns out he's going to be Gore. And Gore is what they call the God Butcher. And he is just this... just a god-level being with this sword that they call the Necro Sword. And they did an excellent story in Thor God of Thunder. Amazing covers by Asad Ribic, Jason Aaron writing, and it is just one of these things that basically, I'm going to be bummed. Gore should stick around for more than a movie, and I think we might get the issue of Thor stuff, because right now, I can't tell you what Gore has to do with Love and Thunder.
Right.
That's So I'm a little bummed because, oh man, I don't know if we're going to get...
If he's the God Butcher, maybe this is where we lose Hemsworth.
Oh my god, that's exactly what's going to happen.
And then now we have James Foster stepping in.
I didn't even think about that. Oh man, wouldn't it be like so ballsy if they just killed Thor like right away?
Boom.
Just right away. Like he shows up, Thor's like, I got this, and he just gets sliced in half by the Necro Sword.
I can see them doing that.
Yeah.
In the first 10 minutes, killing Thor off.
Oh man.
We're going to call this.
Yeah. So don't buy your Thor God of Thunder issue 2s right now. That's his first appearance on the cover, and maybe in the last panel, might be a cameo. And they have gone through the roof. But that's one to watch. If you see it in the back issue bins for anything under $80 right now, pick it up. Because that Thor God of Thunder issue 2 is going through the roof, and then Thor God of Thunder issue 6, where you get hit Gore's origin, that'll be up there too.
And they got Christian, my main man.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't see Bale taking it without it being at least interesting.
And Bale will say no to money if it sucks.
Oh, completely. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If it sucks, he'll say no to the money. Yeah. Because say what you want about Shaft, he's excellent in Shaft. That movie's fun.
He's actually,
and he was young. And
he was young. He's gonna take that.
But he's still he's not. What's wrong with it?
No, he's actually really good in that.
The movie's solid. And he's solid in it.
He is good.
Gore.
He's like, I'm gonna do my own voice.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
Gore.
So it's gonna be a lot of mocap though. The character is very, very interesting looking.
What does he look like?
He's like all pale white and kind of got some symbiote action looking like it on him. I'll have to show you cover for issue 6. It's one of my Asad Ribic. This dude is Hopefully he can stick around because he is amazing.
Okay.
His art is amazing.
All right.
Keep
it coming.
Well, arguably the biggest news.
Ooh.
John Watts, Fountain Fort Carson High School alumnist?
Sure.
I don't know how you say it. Somebody that Eric and I, we love to say we went to high school with, because we did.
We
for
did
one
go
year.
to high school with him. Yeah.
He has no idea who we are, but
Nope.
we like to say it.
Fountain
Blood.
We ran into him a couple times.
Fountain, Colorado.
Yes.
Is going to be directing Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, we can't drop these mics.
Yeah, these are expensive and we're poor.
It's true.
I can't express how excited I am for. I thought if I left this for basically the very end, we saw some trailers to quickly discuss.
Yes.
I can't tell you how excited I am about this. I think John Watts has very good vision.
Yeah.
I think we definitely get a Spider-Man Fantastic Four crossover, which is very classic in Fantastic Four lore.
Absolutely.
There's tons of what if alternate universes where Peter's just like a part of the
he's
Fantastic
part of
Four,
Fantastic Four,
Five, really.
Yeah.
A lot
He's
of
like their alternate member.
very much so. They've got a few. She-Hulk's an alternate member. Luke Cage is an alternate member. Wolverine, Ghost Rider, Incredible Hulk. There's been a lot of people who Black Panther. Black Panther's been on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people who've been
who've donned the four.
Yeah.
So do you think he's going to finish his Spider-Man?
Yes.
And then he's going into FF.
That's what it sounds like.
All right. I think this guy is going to be in the Marvel family for a very long time. I can actually see him maybe taking up the Feige reins down the road.
You think before Favs?
Favs is on Star Wars trip right now. I don't think Favs necessarily wants to be in the Marvel playground anymore.
Interesting.
If you know, he doesn't. He's very much involved in the Star Wars universe.
I don't know what
it would have been Favs if he didn't leave.
I don't know what Watts'
business savvy
backstory is. However, I've enjoyed his 2 Spider-Man film. His third one is shaping up to be bananas.
Yes. I think just on a visionary standpoint.
Yeah.
I can see him, if they're wanting him to helm another franchise. This is the first in this Marvel.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've had the Russos do 2 different franchises, correct?
Avengers Avengers and Captain America.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's a little different.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be doing kind of he's doing his 3 and then his 3.
Yeah.
We'll
see if he sticks on for 3. It's he's going to be one of the few that have done a trilogy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Him and Gunn.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. And I mean, we'll see until that the film's in the can.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Sure.
We can't.
Because I mean, Edgar Wright was filming several days into Ant-Man before he was like, all right, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I wonder if he cares. That
he seems like one of those guys that doesn't care.
Yeah.
If you ever watch an interview with him, he's just like, I'm just so into what I'm doing.
He just made such a name for himself after the fact. I think initially that was the third movie that was supposed to come out in the MCU.
It was
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
It was Iron Man, Incredible Hulk.
That's
Ant-Man.
right.
Those were going to be the 3.
I think they were
Edgar Wright had been attached to the MCU since it started.
That's right. I think it's funny how they were trying to go the way of the original Avengers 1.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to do, those and then Thor. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming then probably Cap.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty bananas.
Yeah.
But there's no casting news. We've talked about that at great lengths. We'll probably do another bit on casting down the road.
Sure.
But yeah,
everybody knows who they want for Fantastic Four.
All of the FF ones are have always been through the roof, but they are much higher now.
Oh yeah.
Your Fantastic Four issue 5s have gone up. I'm out of my range now. First appearance of Doctor Doom. So sorry, but get your FF48s, your FF49s for Silver Surfer and
the guy Galactus.
Yeah, Galactus. Your FF Annual 5s for Annihilus. That'll be coming up. There's still Fantastic Four is the greatest first appearance library when it comes to like characters. So many first appearances in that library.
Yeah, I'd say so.
John Watts, man, good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Goes from just hardcore indie, because I don't see him doing anything else either. I'm not saying that he's not doing anything else, but
these movies are very time consuming.
Yeah.
I will always praise Marvel going to the indie pool.
Yeah.
And pulling these amazing directors. Not going to say from obscurity, but a lot of people don't know these independent movies they've made.
Them getting Sam Raimi to take over for Steven. Oh God, what is his name?
Oh,
it's not Denight. Anyway,
something like that.
Yeah, for Doctor Strange, I mean that's like the biggest dude they've got. Like,
yes.
in a you know.
And talking about like the indie director of all indie directors.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
The guy cut his teeth making independent film, and I mean I'm trying to think of who else was kind of a big name. Maybe Favs a little.
Yeah, but I mean he cut his teeth doing indie.
That's very good.
And
point.
even at the time, he had really like
Zathura was his biggest like spectacle
Elf
movie. Elf too.
Elf was
yeah,
big.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's you got these TV directors, indie directors, and I think it's because they have imagination.
I think that's exactly.
I think that's what it is. Like they have imagination, they have hunger.
Yeah, and they probably don't work for that much either.
Definitely starting out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to be like, okay, so
I think
John Watts, we're going to give you this, and then DC's like, okay, so we got Zack Snyder, man, who needs his 10 million retainer right up front,
basing it off of nothing completely. I bet you directors make their big nut on movie 3, which is why we don't.
Oh
see
yeah,
a lot of
in
thirds.
the back end.
In the back end for sure.
Yeah.
But I bet you they make their. It's like, okay, now you can get your 10 million just to show
right.
up. Right.
I'm thinking like
whatever
initially
it wouldn't shock me.
Me either. They probably get like, okay, they're like, okay, we're gonna pay your bills and your utilities, something to survive, but you show us you can make this, then we'll make it up to you down
completely.
the road. Yeah.
Completely.
So, which I think is fair.
I can't even believe like what they're like, oh, the Disney investor meeting. Like I remember seeing a tweet yesterday, Disney investor meeting. Let's start.
That sounds boring.
Cool. And guys, like I don't pay attention to all of social media. I knew some announcements were going to happen.
Right.
I had no idea that it was going to take nearly 3 pages of notes. On these announcements.
This is like we said Marvel was very quiet this year.
Yeah.
A little too quiet.
Yeah, it's like they were like, all right, guys, just keep talking about DC. You guys want to see?
They gave us the jump scare.
You guys want to see your recut of a movie you already didn't like?
A 5-hour recut.
A 5-hour Yeah, you guys want to waste more time? Hey guys, here's all the stuff that we are not only planning, but people are being paid to do as we speak.
Yeah, like these are in motion.
It's absolutely bananas. They debuted 3 trailers in their entirety. We got the Loki trailer, which looks crazy. We're gonna break down these trailers.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Probably on the next show, maybe in 2 shows.
Yeah.
We want to give them their fair due.
Absolutely.
The What If animated trailer,
which
we saw at least 3 or 4 stories coming out of that, just off the bat, and then the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer, which looked super fun. Cool. Buddy. But I hate you as well.
Yeah.
Those. It was great to get some film.
Yes.
To get some footage.
Exactly. Thank you. This is happening. It's working.
By far the most that we've seen of the Falcon Winter Soldier stuff. Definitely of Loki. There was so much
too.
And all of it. Tons of comic accurate stuff. There was a Black Panther reference in the What If book that I'm not familiar with, so I don't know if that's a new story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out. But check those trailers out. We will do a breakdown. We just watched them before the show. We wanted to kind of watch them together, and then we need to go through, break them down, see what's in there.
We'll break it down.
Let the internet break it down too, and then we'll talk about the finer points another time.
Yeah,
Eric, we did it. The Disney Investor Day meeting, whatever you want to call it, was insane.
I call this hero-gasm.
My fandom.
This is
they really showed us like how you do something, like how you and that's the thing. They always do it in Hall H in San Diego. They always do it. They didn't have Disney Expo this year. Obviously, we didn't do any of those conventions. So for them to, okay, guys, we're gonna make it up. We're gonna give you SDCC news, and we're gonna give you Fan Expo news, and we're gonna give you some footage, and we're gonna give you way more than you thought you were gonna get. In a million years, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Didn't see that coming.
Ironheart as a series. Didn't see that coming.
Didn't see
Armor Wars.
Yeah, didn't see it coming.
Armor Wars is like low key. It might be my favorite part of this because I love Don Cheadle. He's always so good. He's always so good in everything he does, and he's just been quietly like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna be War Machine." Terrence Howard wouldn't have put up for any of this.
No, which is true.
He wouldn't put up for any of this.
Yeah, he wouldn't do it. I ain't doing it, man.
Yeah. This was an amazing day. We needed this towards the end of the year.
Yeah, this is Christmas for us, baby.
This is Christmas for my mind palace, okay?
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited about this. And that is our show. If you like what we're doing, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell, get the alarm. We're putting up new shows every week. We've got some new toy casts coming down the pipe. And tell your friends. Let's get this show some fire, guys. I would love to have more people involved, letting us know what they think.
Yeah.
Hey, if you hate it, let us know.
Yeah, tell us what we can do to make this better.
If your points are valid to us, we're definitely going to take some suggestions.
Absolutely.
Leave some comments below. What did you think of this Investor Day? Do you even care about DC Comics anymore? I don't. DC who? I'm going to burn half my collection right now.
He's not
because
I
know I love DC.
We love you,
I
DC.
just I feel bad. Hey, Marvel let him have COVID. They let him have it.
They did it. You know, you had your spotlight.
Yes.
Because there was a minute there, I'm like, man, DC might pull this out.
DC is trying.
And then all of a sudden, Marvel's throwing that, like, combo at him.
Yep.
DC's covering again.
Oh, man. Huddle up. Huddle up.
Woo!
Eric, do you have any final thoughts for us today?
No.
No.
I'm exhausted because, it's a happy exhausted. It's
it
coming off leaving the carnival.
The high after Christmas. After you open up all those...
I need a nap.
And you're just like... Oh my God! Like what else? Yeah. And I know I missed some stuff, guys. But this was what I got. This is what we could do. And thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're not checking us out on YouTube, do it. Check out the Bomb Dude. Check out the Rome Dude. All right. If you want to see a award-winning smile, check us out. All right. Thank you guys for listening, watching. I've been your host, Roman Chavez.
I'm still Erik Icarus.
And we will catch you on the next podcast.